But see, I done research on what I'm saying. Why ain't this man kicked out the country? Why do this man live in the Dakotas? He hiding from ICE. Homie, this is LA. If you out here, you might get grabbed by ICE agents if you're not legit. This Mark I'm talking about said, I don't know where he at. We gonna see. Because them ICE agents know, they be like, Corey, I saw you, you're funny. I was like, hey, what show you gonna be at? I got some information. I'm like, man, I got the trifecta for you. I know y'all ain't really hanging out in the Dakotas, but I got one that shoots the camera from an angle like this so you can't see how fat he is. Talking crazy about, shut up, bitch. Talking crazy about the streets. Talking crazy about the streets, and this motherfucker they caught a rape out here in the States, and he's a fucking immigrant. I'm not finna go back and forth with you, obese rapist. You don't even want pussy. You don't even want pussy. What the fuck are you trying to get some pussy for? You knew you was gonna get mad.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, The Informant Media. Now, Corey Holcomb is out here once again, claiming that Flakko is this guy in this case, which is from 2014, March 6, 2014. And it's called the David Jallah versus the state of Ohio case. So, Corey Holcomb, man, you got some information wrong. Now, just to be clear, this case isn't Poetic Flakko versus the state of Ohio. This case is actually Poetic Flakko's brother, David Jallah, versus the state of Ohio. So this is his older brother. In this case, it did take place back in 2014. So we're talking like, what, 12 years now when this case took place. And from my understanding, he's already out of jail. He's already fled back to Liberia, and all that information has already came out. So I think Corey Holcomb, he got some misinformation. No telling where he got it from, because let's not forget that Poetic Flakko's old employer has a bunch of videos up. No Jumper has a bunch of videos up where they're accusing Poetic Flakko of being David Jallah. So I don't know where Corey Holcomb got his information from. Maybe he watched one of the old videos from No Jumper. There's no telling where he got his information from. So, but with that being said, we do have to say this, that brother is David Jallah, and that is Poetic Flakko's brother. And I'm going to show you a video right here to prove that right now.
David Jallah,
nigga. Okay, but again, he did a full-on
nigga. That's your brother, fool. What the nigga? That's damn near part of you. I remember 2 years ago. That's what I'm talking about, though. And he said that he did look into you, and he found some shit about some guy named Jallah. And I guess whoever the fuck David Jallah is, you feel me? That's your brother.
Again, right? David. Wait, pause. Right?
Whoever that is.
No. Pause. Again, right? Well, like stepbrother, right?
Okay, so from what you guys heard right there, Poetic Flakko pretty much confirmed it, but, you know, take what you will from that right there. Poetic Flakko says the stepbrother. You know, when I first heard of this story, Poetic Flakko said he didn't even know the guy. Second, it came out that Poetic Flakko said that this was a distant relative. Third, it was his brother. Now, this is the fourth step, I guess, his stepbrother. I have no idea what Poetic Flakko was doing, but every time he tells a story, the position of this guy changes in his family, or he doesn't even know him at all. So, you know, take from that what you will. But I do honestly believe that this is Poetic Flakko's brother, because there's actually evidence inside that case where that 2014, March 6, 2014 case, which actually says that this is more than likely Poetic Flakko's brother. And let me bring that up right now. And this is the state of Ohio versus, you know, David Jallah case. So if you guys want to know which case this is, and you can just Google this right here too. This is right here, Court of Appeals of Ohio. And just scroll down here to 19. And really, this kind of, you know, fill in some details and all that stuff right there. It says Jallah said that he first came to the United States when he was 9 years old. He is now 21. So remember, he's 21 at the time of the incident. He was 9 years old when he came here. He and his brother came to the United States because of the war in Liberia. His father actually moved here when Jallah was young. So, you know, this is Poetic Flakko's brother. And as you scroll down, you get more information about the case. I mean, we found out that right here, she was a 17-year-old sophomore at the Cleveland State University. And as you go down to section 30 of this, I mean, it's more details in this. And we found out, and just to give you guys a brief of what actually happened, David pretty much cornered the victim in her room. Then he proceeded to force himself on the victim. And this failed attempt, thank God it was a failed attempt. But David Jallah pretty much tried to force her to give him a BJ. And then he was also sticking his hands down her pants, and it's a whole bunch of mess in this thing. Like, yeah, he was guilty of this. I'm glad he got found guilty. I still can't see how he didn't serve that much time with this being a minor that he pretty much cornered in the dorm room. So I'm still kind of like funny on how the hell he didn't serve way more time, because from my understanding, he even served like 10 years. It wasn't even 10 years he got in prison. So, but at the end of the day, I want to say this, that this isn't Puerto Flakko. He's absolutely wrong about this. Corey Holcomb, this is not Puerto Flakko. This is actually David Jallah. David Jallah is Puerto Flakko's brother. So you got this wrong right here. But with all that being said, I do have some more information for you guys. And this does have to do with Puerto Flakko. Okay, so let's shove all that right there, because actually we have something else to talk about, and that is pretty much Puerto Flakko is no better than David Jallah. So apparently the apple didn't fall that far from the tree, and what happened in recent events is that Puerto Flakko is being accused of actually being with the minor, actually paying for a minor who happens to be a streetwalker. Now, for you guys that don't know, LA has a huge problem with streetwalkers going over there of all ages. And the girl Destiny, that Puerto Flakko was talking to and paid to have, relationships with, she was apparently a minor at the time. Now, Puerto Flakko has responded to all this. These accusations came out by Munchie B, and there has been a lot of evidence provided that actually supports what Munchie B said. And what Munchie B said is that the girl was a minor at the time. And Puerto Flakko provided some evidence, but I'm telling you guys the evidence that Puerto Flakko provided is absolutely trash. I'm gonna go over the evidence that Puerto Flakko provided, the response video he did. But like I said, I'm not gonna do the whole response video because I just want to go to the evidence part of the response video, which is absolutely nonsense, which I can't believe Puerto Flakko tried to sell that to people. But if you brought it, you brought it. I didn't buy it. But I want to start with Munchie B, who actually accused him of actually, paying for an underage girl to sleep with. So let's start right there. Then we'll move forward with the accusations that I believe that Puerto Flakko more than likely did do.
Pause it. That's the Destiny girl that was at No Jumper that day with this little bitch, his girly face. He was. Pause it. That's the Destiny girl that was at No Jumper that day with this little bitch, his girly face. She was with her, and you fucked on a minor, Flakko. I don't give a fuck what niggas talking about, cause I can go find a bitch. I know around what area she be around, and I know who she be dealing with these days, bro. Nigga, come on, man. Come on, man. And how dare you cover the Hoover indictment and you purchasing pussy and you furthering the human trafficking movement?
I can't help myself, man. All they wanted was $150 and a 3-piece from Popeyes, 2 biscuits, 1 Sprite. That's a deal I couldn't pass on, homie.
So I played that for you guys right there. So that's Munchie B accusing Puerto Flakko of pretty much messing with the minor. The minor, of course, is this girl right here. Her name is Destiny. I'm gonna show you a better picture of her coming forward. And also I played that because Puerto Flakko actually said that he pays for, play with these girls. He actually said in that video that he ran through like half of the city. So back in 2024, when Flakko allegedly met this girl, she was under the age of 18. She was 16 or 17 at the time. And just for full context, this is when Puerto Flakko started seeing the girl. Now, at that time, I can tell that she was a streetwalker, and I'm actually going to show you a video. I want to show you guys this. When I start the video, this is the girly face right here. This is girly face. This is let me blow this up a little bit. This is girly face right here, and as you can see, she's dressed for her profession right there. And girly face did an interview with Puerto Flakko, and this is back in 2024. And apparently girly face hang out with this girl right here. Now in this video right here, she's a minor in this video. This is Destiny though, right here. This is her right here. Let me play the video for you guys.
I don't know. Yeah, go ahead, shout yourself out for the people that don't know.
I'm his girly face, baddest 304 rapper out here, you feel me? I'm Destiny, the baddest, don't play. Fuck all these hoes out here, do not play. All the hating ass bitches.
Who are these for?
These are for K7. Yeah, for K7.
K7? Yeah. Since you're the best 304 rapper, I'm gonna give you the shoes for free. Just go ahead and give me a little rap.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
I mean, by just looking at this video right here, you can see that she's already ready to hit that counter as soon as she leaves here. So she's ready to go to work as soon as she leaves this interview with No Jumper. And like I said, that's K7 with her. So, keep that name in mind because K7 is, I guess, one of the people that Flakko said is vouching for him that she was not a minor at the time. So you really don't have to keep in mind. Just know that Puerto Flakko is saying that K7 is vouching that she wasn't a minor at the time. Now, I don't know if you're going to take his words for it, but I'm most definitely not going to take his words for it. So Flakko came out in a response video and provided evidence that she was not a minor at the time. Now, I don't believe Flakko, and I can't believe him because I actually saw the evidence myself. Now, I'm going to show you guys the evidence that he provided. And, you know, take it for what you guys want. I mean, personally, I don't trust any of this evidence because the evidence is, in my opinion, the evidence is very ridiculous. So I'm going to just go over some of the evidence that he provided. So he provided these screenshots. These are some of the screenshots. And as you can see right here, this is my issue with the screenshot. Look at the screenshot right here. You can see that clearly there's a white line on the other side as if somebody doctored it. And he asked the girl, are you white, black, yada, yada, yada. Hold up. And here's another one. So he gave 2 screenshots. Let me get that other screenshot right quick. And this one's even worse. So look at this screenshot right here. And as you can see in the screenshot, look at that top left corner right there. Look at that right side right there. It looks like these things are obviously doctored, in my opinion. Screenshots that he provided as evidence. He also provided her driver license, which her driver license means absolutely nothing to me right now. So I'm like, why are you even showing a driver license? Because we're talking about what happened in 2024. Now, besides the screenshots, he also said there was some other evidence that he had. Now, the other evidence that he gave was that the Adam 22 and WAC 100 did a full-on investigation. Now, they did not do a full-on investigation. What they did was they had a podcast and they talked about the situation. And they said there was no evidence. They even called the guy that I referenced earlier, K7. They called him and, you know, it was kind of ridiculous. I'm like, dude, this is not an investigation. This is just 2 dudes on a podcast talking about your accusations. So I'm going to play that for you guys right now.
The Adam and Wax show did a full-on investigation. They called and everybody involved, and they all said, yeah, like, this nigga lying. So I'm just saying this, man. Feel me? Right life. Feel me? Like, listen, man.
Yeah, all right. So the Adam and Wax show didn't do a full investigation at all.
K7.
What's the word, man?
I'm with Wack. What's going on?
Okay. What's going on?
Munchie told on him today. He ratted on him.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, you know, you live in Vegas? You live in Vegas?
He was saying not even true.
But do you live in Vegas?
No, I don't.
Did you used to live in Vegas?
Never lived in Vegas.
So I don't know where he was going with that. I don't know.
But what did Munchie say about K7?
No, he was insinuating that he got a text message.
On a minor and all this type of
No, I don't know nothing about that. That's some other Flakko shit. And
So yeah, this is basically the whole investigation. This is the whole investigation right here that Flakko is now saying that was a full investigation done on him by WAC 100 and of course Adam 22. Now, as you guys can tell, this is not an investigation right here. It's not an investigation. In fact, I've done an investigation on my own, and I'm just going to tell you guys, I wouldn't take anything that these 2 guys say as serious because I'm about to expose WAC 100 real quick, and I really didn't want to, but like just looking into some of the details about this case with Flakko and, you know, WAC 100 and Adam 22, I had to question their credibility. Now, just last year, WAC 100 was actually caught doing something himself. Let's listen to this right here. This is a clip from BJ Investigates. Also, I also put in the fact that this girl mother, the 15-year-old in question right now, when she's not in question. She was 15.
WAC. Paw.
She's not in question right now. This girl was 15 years old, and WAC 100 was apparently sharing corn of this 15-year-old. So this is one of the people that Puerto Flakko said did his investigation. This is the guy that you're going to trust, Puerto Flakko, to do an investigation when he's under the same scrutiny that you're under right now.
I've been calling him Paw WAC 100, the self-proclaimed LA fixer who found this child, Nova. Somehow he found her sexual abuse material out there in the world on Twitter. I don't know if he reported it to the feds or not, but he definitely sent it to other grown men in a group chat.
See, I feel uncomfortable with the fact that you sent me links to Tania's daughters on Twitter.
you mean the little girl that's 15 years old, champ?
WAC 100, right?
Okay.
Talking about he sent you some child corn, right?
He sent me a link.
A link, right?
I didn't click it because I already knew what it was.
So I researched it up.
Okay.
And I asked, what is that when somebody sends that to you? You
and
know,
for the record, it was a link on Twitter.
On Twitter,
so
right.
It was already out there in the world. It's just somebody told him that it was out there. He sent, I think, in a group chat with me and Remo, and he said what it was before he sent it, so I didn't have to click it.
Yeah.
And my reaction was just like, okay, like maybe you shouldn't be sending that link around.
So what you guys heard right there was Whack 100 is supposed to be one of the so-called people investigating, but we just found out what Whack 100 is into. Now, the other guy is Adam 22. Now, Adam 22 is a guy who's all types of shady himself. I don't trust anything that Adam 22 has going on because he does a lot of shady business. Let's go back last year. Last year, Adam 22 ran a crypto scam. Him and Puerto Flacco ran a crypto scam together, and they, pretty much just tricked a lot of people out of money. They tricked a lot of people out of money. A lot of people lost a lot of money doing Adam 22's crypto scam. But then Adam 22 came out on his own platform pretending that he was the victim in the whole thing, even though I think he made like $50,000 off of it. If I'm not mistaken, it's probably more money than that. But he came out talking about he got scammed because he didn't know what he was dealing with at the time, even though there were people like CopyZilla who warned him not to get into this because the people that he was working with at the time were just trying to play his audience. They want a lot of the audience members to buy in. So what you do with a crypto scam is that Adam 22's people, they brought in first. Then they launched the crypto scam. Price goes up. Then they drop the floor or drop the hammer on everybody and pull all their coins out. And the crypto scam or the crypto coin is really backed by nothing. It was a token coin. So it's backed up by nothing. And it's pretty much just a digital asset. And that's it, like a digital picture, in my opinion. It was really worth nothing to begin with. And it was worth nothing at like less than like an hour after it launched because Adam 22 knew it was a crypto scam. But then he goes onto his platform. Mr. Shady himself goes onto his platform acting like he was a victim.
When it was proposed to me, they told me, Moneybag Yo just did this. He didn't have any significant amount of backlash. The Baby just did this. He didn't have any significant amount of backlash. Here's a couple other rappers that are set to do this in the next couple of days. I take the payment. Then I look at the text that they want me to post. And I think that it was a little bit outside of the realm of what I should have posted. I think I should have made it more clear that this was merely a project that in my heart of hearts, as a non-crypto guy, I was excited about. I think I should have made it more clear.
I would say shame on you, but you might like it. I hope the money was worth it. Adam 22, the podcaster, just pump and dumped his fans after being warned by me that this would happen. And after telling me what a fan he was a few years ago, saying how bad it is when influencers do these kinds of deals, only now he's doing it.
When Flacco, he provided screenshots that was inefficient. He had two people that did an investigation, Whack 100 and Adam 22, somebody who's shady and somebody who was passing around. Well, I already talked about it earlier. I don't trust those two. Now, the last thing I want to provide for, evidence is that, Munchie B was absolutely right. That Poetic Flacco was not only, he said that he was paying for it, but not only that, but Poetic Flacco was actively in the area of Hoover Street, and he said that he wasn't. Now, I'm going to play for you guys who Poetic Flacco said that he wasn't actively over there on Hoover Street. Now, this is absolutely a lie because I'm going to prove to you guys that this is a lie. So let me play the video for you guys. Then this is the response video by Poetic Flacco, by the way, that he's talking about, oh man, I wasn't on Hoover Street, or it was too dangerous. He said some crap
all
like
they
that.
wanted was $150 and a 3-piece.
Let me pause that right quick. So I want you guys to listen. He's gonna get to when they get to Hoover Street, he's gonna be like, "Oh man, it was too dangerous for me to be over there," and all that stuff. And I'm gonna provide evidence that he's absolutely lying about that.
Myself, man, all they wanted was $150 and a 3-piece from Popeyes, 2 biscuits, 1 Sprite. That's a deal I couldn't pass on, homie. For $150 and a 3-piece from Popeyes. Now I had to drive, all right, to the Popeyes near Hoover Street at USC. Okay, so it was a little dangerous, but still.
Yeah, so he didn't have to drive anywhere because if you actually just look at the evidence, so remember the girl in 2014 is his brother thing. The girl in 2024 was a minor. Now he's over here talking about he had to drive over there to Hoover Street. No, he never had to drive anywhere to Hoover Street. Now, if you actually look at this documentation right here, you find out that Puerto Flacco has an LLC right here. And it was established on August 21st. Now, the business was filed on August 21st, 2024. Now, he said he had to drive to Hoover Street. However, his principal office address is located, is located at 2595 South Hoover Street, Los Angeles, right here in 2024, the same street that girl was walking on at the time, the same street that she was, had to say it, but you know, pimping herself out. This is the same street. But he's talking about he had to drive. Dude, you didn't have to drive anywhere. So this girl right here, Destiny right here, she would have been on. Remember in this video right here, she's a minor right here. As you can see, she's dressed for the season. She was on Hoover Street. Poetic Flakko office or principal address was on Hoover Street as well. So I mean, so what I'm saying is that there's been a lot of evidence provided that Poetic Flakko is more than likely he's done what they accused him of doing. I mean, his witnesses are the investigation by WAC 100, Adam 22, that's a no-go. The screenshots are very shoddy. And then I find him that he's lying, talking about that, oh, he had to drive to a dangerous part of town of Hoover Street. But at the same time, your business was registered to Hoover Street. So you're already in the area. So he's trying to distance himself from these areas. And, you know, it makes absolutely no sense, but it does make perfect sense if you find out that, okay, that the allegations are true, that she was underage when he started paying for her. And I don't know what to say. I mean, but that's my evidence. I mean, if you guys see anything wrong with the evidence I provided, of course, you can hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. At the end of the day, I really have no idea, but the evidence is suggesting, even though it's like circumstantial evidence, it's suggesting that he did pay for the, and she was under, yeah. So I don't know what to say, but you guys have a good Sunday. Peace out, everybody.